Nous sommes soldats,
combattants
pour crier,
sur le nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
Nous sommes vaillants,
C'est
de la parole,
au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
Nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
Nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
quels qu'ils soient les effets,
Nous conquérons au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
quels qu'ils soient les menaces,
Nous conquérons au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
quels qu'ils soient les mensonges,
Nous conquérons au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
quels qu'ils soient les nécessités,
Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
Au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
Au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, c'est de la parole,
Au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein, quels qu'ils soient les mensonges, quels qu'ils soient les menaces, quels qu'ils soient l'adversité, quels qu'ils soient les persécutions, nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
Au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, c'est de la parole,
Au nom de Jésus, nous conquérons.
nous sommes vaillants, cités à dessein,
Au nom de Jésus.
Prenez garde à vous-même, de crainte que vos cœurs ne s'appesantissent par les excès du manger et du boire et par les soucis de la vie, et que ce jour ne vienne sur vous à l'improviste. car il viendra comme un filet sur tous ceux qui habitent sur la face de toute la terre. Veillez donc et priez en tout temps, afin que vous ayez la force d'échapper à toutes ces choses qui arriveront et de paraître debout devant le Fils de l'homme.
Et je vis sortir de la bouche du dragon, et de la bouche de la bête, et de la bouche du faux prophète, 3 esprits impurs, semblables à des grenouilles. Car ce sont des esprits de démons qui font des prodiges, et qui vont vers les rois de toute la terre, afin de les rassembler pour le combat du grand jour du Dieu Tout-Puissant. Ils les rassemblèrent dans le lieu appelé en hébreu Armageddon. Puis, je vis monter de la terre une autre bête, qui avait 2 cornes semblables à celles d'un agneau, et qui parlait comme un dragon. Elle exerçait toute l'autorité de la première bête en sa présence, et elle faisait que la terre et ses habitants adoraient la première bête, dont la blessure mortelle avait été guérie. Elle opérait de grands prodiges, même jusqu'à faire descendre du feu du ciel sur la terre, à la vue des hommes. Et elle séduisait les habitants de la terre par les prodiges qui lui était donné d'opérer en présence de la bête, disant aux habitants de la terre de faire une image à la bête qui avait la blessure de l'épée et qui vivait. Et il lui fut donné d'animer l'image de la bête, afin que l'image de la bête parlât, et qu'elle fit que tous ceux qui n'adoreraient pas l'image de la bête fussent tués. Et elle fit que tous, petits et grands, riches et pauvres, libres et esclaves, reçussent une marque sur leur main droite ou sur leur front, et que personne ne put acheter ni vendre sans avoir la marque, le nom de la bête ou le nombre de son nom. C'est ici la sagesse. Que celui qui a de l'intelligence calcule le nombre de la bête, car c'est un nombre d'hommes, et son nombre, c'est 666.
Informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, where they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people continue, these are people of modest means, continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere.
I'm right down, dude. I tell you what. Shit! Oh, my ear! We need to get the fuck out of here!
Nope, no weapons over there. Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here. Oops, this photo wasn't supposed to be in here. This is a Skull and Bone secret signal. This is a Skull and Bone secret signal. This is a Skull and Bone secret signal. This is a Skull and Bone secret signal.
Sooner or later, the people in this country are going to realize the government does not give a fuck about them. Government doesn't care about you or your children or your rights or your welfare or your safety. It simply doesn't give a fuck about you. It's interested in its own power. That's the only thing, keeping it and expanding it wherever possible.
What happened on 9/11 is a phony, and we've never learned the truth about 9/11. The whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips. And this is given me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about? We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded women's lib. They do whatever they want to do. What we want doesn't matter anymore. It's their agenda, it's their plans that matter. They have all the money they want. They can make all the money they want. They have a machine that can make all the money. It's not about money. It's about control. It's about their vision of how they want to see the world. You hear George Bush saying democracy means freedom. No. Democracy equals New World Order. I believe God put me on this earth to be the best person I could be, and put everybody on this earth to be the best they can be. You have to stand up for what's right in life. And unless you do that, you're nothing. The American people are living in a matrix. They don't understand the truth of how things are working in this country, And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. The very fact is that if you ask 100 people on the street, what kind of government is America supposed to be? 99% of them will tell you a democracy. America is supposed to be a democracy. But that's a lie. That's an illusion. The word democracy is not written into the Constitution at one time. It's not in the Bill of Rights. It's not in the Declaration of Independence. The Founding Fathers hated the idea of a democracy. They thought it was the worst form of government there is. And I agree with them. Because in a democracy, 51% of the people control 49% of the people. If you're part of the 49%, you're not free. And that's the truth. America's not a democracy. But you ask the most intelligent people what form of government America is supposed to be, they'll say a democracy. Because that's what they've been brainwashed. They've been psyoped into believing that. They believe that we're in Iraq. They believe we're in Iraq to promote democracy. The word democracy, you hear George Bush saying democracy means freedom. No. Democracy equals New World Order. Democracy equals slavery. The word democracy is not synonymous with freedom. It's the opposite of freedom. Democracy is the worst form of government you can have because it's majority rule. And the government can tell you exactly what they want to tell you to do because the majority wants it. I don't care what the majority wants. I live my life as I choose. And if I don't commit violence, theft, or fraud against another human being, I can live my life as I wish. That's my choice. And if I'm allowed to make mistakes, because when you make mistakes, you learn from them. You grow as a human being. We're put on this earth to become the best individuals we can be, to fulfill our God-given potential, right? We're not here to put on this earth so that the government can tell us how to live our lives and what we must do. We put into these systems and these paradigms. No, be individuals. Think for yourself. Have critical thinking, And so what's happened is that because they've taught everybody that we're a democracy, which is not true, now, so then in 1913, they bring the Federal Reserve System into being, right? And now you have this Federal Reserve System, which then in 1913 got the right to create money for the government. When before that, the government created its own money. Now the government, when it needed money, had to borrow it from this private bank called the Federal Reserve, which is a private bank owned by individuals, incorporated in Delaware. And so what happens is, now the government borrows money from them to fund the government. Then the government says, well, we have to pay these people interest. How are we going to pay them interest? Let's impose a tax on the labor of the American people, which never existed before, to pay the interest to the bankers. Is that through the implementation of the Federal Reserve System, the government has become vested in these bankers, and they get their money from the bankers. And so then they impose a tax on us, which makes us more slaves, makes it more difficult for us to survive, right? Giving them more profits. And now what's happened is that through the Federal Reserve System, the bankers have pretty much taken control of our government. It doesn't matter Republican and Democrat anymore, because they're both the same. Neither one of them are talking about shutting down the Federal Reserve System or stopping the payment of taxes, or any of the big issues that face Americans, right? So I had a friend, Nick Rockefeller, okay, who's one of the Rockefeller family, and he, when I was running for governor in Nevada, he came to me, introduced himself to me through an attorney, and we became friends. We started talking about things, and I learned an awful lot from Mr. Rockefeller. And one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks. So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is given me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything.
You sell.
Everything is in there, And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control the people, and you become a slave, you become a serf to these people. That's their goal, that's their intentions.
To think something so small can connect you to everything that matters.
When your life and all you love
are on the line.
HealthLink is always with you when every second counts in the emergency room, providing immediate access to your medical records.
Because Bob has trouble remembering all his medications.
Because I'm in love with my kids' kids.
Because my car lost control while driving.
Because now I'm looking out for both of us.
Because I have diabetes, but it doesn't have me.
Because I spend my life in the ER trying to save yours.
Attention, cet homme est porteur d'une puce électronique. Implantée dans le bras, elle lui permet d'avoir accès au carré VIP. Comme un produit de supermarché, les clients sont barcodés et la puce contient leur crédit consommation. Ainsi, dans cette boîte de Barcelone, il y a ceux un peu vieux jeux qui dansent encore avec un porte-monnaie et ceux qui n'en ont plus besoin. Légalisée depuis un an, cette greffe est même proposée à l'intérieur de la boîte contre 125 €. L'opération ne dure qu'une vingtaine de minutes. D'abord une petite anesthésie locale, ensuite la puce est greffée sous la peau et reliée à un compte personnel, un peu comme un compte bancaire.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi j'ai voulu faire ça. En fait, c'est peut-être parce que tout le monde l'a. Et puis, c'est pour savoir comment c'est juste pour ça.
Cette puce qui vient des États-Unis a obtenu un droit de commercialisation à condition de ne pas détenir d'informations médicales. Facile à implanter, n'importe qui peut donc s'improviser infirmière de boîte de nuit.
C'est plus facile que de faire un piercing. Et ceux qui font ça n'ont pas spécialement d'autorisation. Et de toute façon, je me sens capable de réagir en cas de problème.
Une centaine de consommateurs a déjà opté pour l'identification électronique. Un seul petit problème, pour se faire retirer la puce, il faut subir une intervention chirurgicale.
C'est le même principe que pour les femmes qui se font implanter une pilule contraceptive. Au bout d'un an ou deux, il faut bien l'enlever pour en faire poser une autre.
Reste le problème du pistage éventuel des clients, car la puce permet aussi de suivre un individu par satellite, ce qu'aucune législation n'interdit en Europe.
Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. Who needs them?
Have a nice day.
This is the future of e-business.
Le Saint-Esprit ne sera plus sur la terre. En ce temps-là, il ne sera plus sur la terre. J'ai commencé à avoir un trafic énorme. J'ai commencé à avoir des accidents. Toutes les personnes qui étaient appelées avant, il me dit, ils chercheront la mort, mais la mort ne sera plus. La mort ne sera plus dans ce temps-là. Et précisément, j'ai commencé à voir que là, il y avait des personnes amères. J'ai commencé à voir comment circulaient des revues qui disaient « Des millions de personnes ont disparu ». Beaucoup de ceux qui savaient que Christ venait pour un peuple saint et aussi ceux qui avaient connaissance de sa parole pleuraient dans les rues. Il y en avait tant, mais ils ne pouvaient rien faire. Et le Seigneur ferma l'écran et il me dit « Je viens là chercher un peuple saint. Je viens bientôt chercher mon Église. Veille sur ce que tu fais pour accomplir ce que je t'ai demandé. Dis à mon peuple que je reviens d'ici peu. Dis à mon peuple que je reviens déjà. » Le Seigneur me dit, dis à mon peuple que je reviens déjà et que je viens pour un peuple saint. Dis à mon peuple que c'est seulement les saints, c'est seulement les saints qui me verront. Le temps est proche. Le Seigneur a permis de signaler et révéler à l'humanité ce qui arrivera. Aujourd'hui, c'est le temps du salut. Et que tu invites ta vie à ton unique sauveur, Jésus. Prends ce temps de choisir ta destinée. La vie ou la mort. Le ciel ou l'enfer. Jésus ou le diable. C'est très clair. D'appartenir à Dieu ou d'appartenir au diable. De faire le bien ou de faire le mal. Ton choix sera ta destinée. Vie éternelle ou étang de feu. Réfléchis. Fais le choix. Décide maintenant. Jésus-Christ est mort sur la croix pour chacun d'entre nous, pour nos péchés, et nous a donné l'opportunité d'être sauvés par sa miséricorde. Accepte Jésus comme ton unique sauveur. Tous l'ont écouté et l'ont vu. Que ce moment, vous le viviez comme un appel. Ne vous condamnez pas pour l'enfer éternel.